Hello everyone, I invite you to every Monday cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the current situation on BTC in the USDT pair, taking into account the 1-hour interval. First, we use blue lines to mark the side trend channel in which we have been moving for a long time, and you can see how the price is currently leaving the channel at the top, often a positive exit from the channel, and testing it gives an increase close to the height of the channel. As you can see, inside the channel, the price has surpassed the local downtrend line. Looking at the current increase in the attempt to exit the channel at the top, we will unfold a fib retracement grid, thanks to which we can determine a strong resistance zone from $52,463 to $52,999, with which the price is currently fighting to exit at the top. If the price goes up and positively tests the upper zone of the channel and resistance zone, we can see an increase to around $54,494. Looking the other way, we will unfold the screen again and mark the first significant support at $51,873. While we still have a strong support zone from $50,994 to $50,522 at the lower border of the channel that strongly maintained the price. Please look at the RSI indicator, where we are approaching the upper limit, but with room for further dynamic growth. While the stock indicator shows a movement above the upper limit, which may nevertheless trigger a price correction in order for the indicators to recover. As the second chart in today's review, we will check ETH in pair with USDT, also on a 1-hour time frame. First of all, we can mark the upward trend channel with the blue lines, from which we could observe the price moving upwards, and what is more, we can see here how the increase after leaving the channel is close to the height of the marked upward trend channel. Now let's move on to marking the resistance points. For this purpose, we will use the trend-based fib extension tool, and we can see that the ETH price is approaching the golden fib point at $3,180, while the next important resistance level is $3,268. Looking the other way, we can similarly mark the places where the price should encounter support when the price starts to turn around. And here we can see the first support at the level of $3,128, but further we can have a quick return to the channel around the price of $3,008. On the RSI indicator, it is worth determining the downward trend line at which we are currently located. In addition, the stock indicator shows a movement above the upper limit, which may also translate into a rebound in the coming hours. Third, we will check the BNB chart on a 4-hour time frame. As can be seen at the beginning, the price is again approaching the upper limit of the ongoing upward trend channel, which may limit the upward movement. In this situation, we will deploy the trend-based fib extension tool, thanks to which we can mark a very strong resistance zone from $402 to $411, which is the upper border of the channel, which again may be a big limitation for further growth, but if the price positively overcomes the resistance zone, further we can see a rapid increase to around $438. Looking the other way, we can similarly identify support areas where the price could potentially end its recovery. And here we should take into account a small zone from $385 to $380, and then we can see how the price may return to the level of $369. When we look at the RSI indicator, we can see that there is still room for growth, while the stock indicator again exceeds the upper limit, which previously resulted in the suspension of growth and recovery. The last one in today's list is the MADI chart in the USDT pair, like its predecessor on a 4-hour interval. First, we will use blue lines to mark the upward trend channel in which we could observe an attempt to break the price down, but as it turned out, it was a false break, after which the price returned to the channel and started dynamic growth, creating an upward trend line along which moves. Moving on, we can move on to marking the resistance points. And here, as the first one, we have a strong resistance zone from $1.01 to $1.09, which is the place of the last price hill, and the current place of struggle. When the price breaks out of this zone, it may result in a quick move towards the resistance at $1.34. Looking the other way, we will determine support areas, and here we can determine the first support at 93 cents, then the second support at 83 cents, and then the third at 77 cents. After turning on the EMA cross 10 and 30 indicator, we can see how they continue to indicate that the current uptrend is continuing. Please look at the RSI indicator, because despite the increases, there is room for a potential further upward movement. While when you look at the stock indicator, you can see a movement above the upper limit, which often leads to a reduction in growth or a correction. Technical analysis is provided by a third party and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.